This is the house. It's all opened up, but it has plywood shutters that close off. There's no glass in this building at all. Well, you know, there's some personal biases there. It's interesting looking at this. Now it's a bit like there's been a bit of a tidal surge. We've got stuff all stacked around the verandas and, you know, 3 kids later and a whole lot of stuff. But, you know, I think that's also family. You've got to, if I was really honest with you, I'd show you a photograph of it exactly how it is now, and I promise I'll do that next time. But that's the toilet right over in the right-hand side, see? So you can just see a little structure, and you walked out across to that toilet. That's been my best building so far. You walk across a long plank, and the toilet was like a tennis umpire stand inside the magnolia tree, which has just got demolished in a very big windstorm. That toilet was just fantastic. It was a squat toilet, and you looked straight up the bay, and the tree was a port wine magnolia with a juicy fruit chewing gum fragrance, and brilliant. Why do we do things in tile boxes? I'm seriously talking to you about these things. Bathrooms, you know, Wellington, I can understand you have some problems with outside activities. But there are courtyards. Anyway, this is a Pacific climate where we live, so that's how we can live like that. It's the kitchen. I'm showing you these things because it lays down where we think about life and so forth. Kitchen, it's a great kitchen to use, except when the westerly's blowing and it blows the plates off the table, the bench. But most of the time, and it's a bit cold in the winter for a couple of months, the rest of the time it's fantastic. And it has selected openings. You can open and control it and see where you want to see, and you play it like a sailing boat in a way. It's a great little place to live. So I just wanted to show you that. It's not a thing about all my work or anything, but it just gives you a broad thing. Now, that's one more. Plywood windows, holes, iris, focusing, has to be round, does it not? And if you shave it off on its inside, on its outside margin, and have a very sharp reveal to the plywood, like only a couple of mil, then it goes black and the masks and the image outside springs forward off the surface. And of course you can do it the other way. You can make big splayed ones reveals. It's all in the word reveal, isn't it? But you know, as architects we have to understand exactly how the instrumentation of our architecture is working so that we can make it do as we want. And on the right-hand side is the panel that just goes in there to close it off. It's made of light wood, 2 skins of aircraft fabric, which is used on the aircraft wings, you know, ultralights. 2 skins. And it's very light. And this is our youngest, showing how strong he is and how light it is. The bath, all fired up and ready to go. Big cistern of cold water. We have water in taps, of course. But if we want to put cold water into that bath because it's cooked up too hot, we put it in by the bucket load. You know, there's nothing like having a cistern for water. It's an ancient thing. You know how important the well was? Well, a cistern full of water is always a great thing to have around a house, as well as the mod cons. It's the kids in the bath one day. I always show that one because Karen gets them all set up. And that's our son's room we've built out the back. Now that's our eldest boys, and it's next to the workshop, and it's a good workshop. Beautiful long benches for gluing things up on. And he goes through that workshop to his room. And all the kids use the tools. They never put them away. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. And there's some nice little things about that room. That's the window that looks out to the waterfall. But do you see what's happening? Instead of having normal windows, we just don't fix the sheets of tin on this edge, only here, on this edge. So you can just grab this and bend it out. So it saves a whole lot of trouble. And then Karen, bless her, made this door for Aero. Karen designed the door, Karen made the door. It has special little flaps in it where we can pass him food if he's not talking. She's put a beautiful light in the top, which is green, that she knocked off from the railways, off the signals. I take it the signal wasn't working when you took it. No. And so on and so on. And I thought to myself, I mean, what a fantastic thing to do for the mother to make the door to the room that gives a whole series of levels of privacy. And I just finished that off because, you know, there's something about simple ways of living and the tension and hammock and rest and so forth. It is all part and parcel of the nature of home and house. So that's that side of things. And so now I want to show you the work of... Oh no, these are two more quick things. These are drawings from a notebook of mine. A fantastic series of waterfalls up in the Northern Territory, and they got eroded by the water. And you can see in the top left-hand corner, I'm thinking, Utzon's house, which I'm going to show you soon. How he would have read that natural landscape and translated it into building, because that's what I want to convey to you this afternoon. One of the great things that he did for us when we worked with him, there were 6 young Australians in his office, was he was able to see nature, see how it worked, and then say, now look, if you transpose that to this, to that water plane being the floor level, where the waterfall goes down is the step in the floor, where these armatures like fingers come out of the buttresses of the walls, then we can make a beautiful building out of that idea. And that's what he taught us.